those drugs were allegedly sold on the black website called Silk Road.
It was a dark and stormy night in 2011, and the internet was buzzing with whispers of a new website, one that promised to be the go-to marketplace for all things illegal. An unusual website had just surfaced, and its arrival had sent shockwaves throughout the criminal underworld. The website was shrouded in secrecy, and rumors about its offerings circulated like wildfire. People whispered about drugs, guns, and even hitmen being sold on the site, and no one knew who was behind it. It was a one-stop shop for all things illegal, from drugs to stolen credit cards to even hitmen. Silk Road had it all. But how did Silk Road become the most illegal business in the world? And how did it operate for years without being shut down? What exactly was the Silk Road? Get ready to uncover the terrifying secrets of one of the most notorious illegal businesses in the world. As we delve into the story of Silk Road, you'll discover how this illegal business became the most notorious of its kind. From its inception in 2011 to its eventual takedown, we'll take you on a journey through the darkest corners of the internet and into the seedy underworld of Silk Road, exploring how the site operated, who its users were, and how it became the go-to marketplace for all illegal goods and services. But the story doesn't end there. You'll be introduced to the man behind the operation, the enigmatic Dread Pirate Roberts, and his rise to power in the world of online crime. This cautionary tale is a stark reminder of the power of the internet and the dangers of unregulated markets. Buckle up and get ready to go on a wild ride through the seedy underworld of Silk Road, where power, greed, and the perils of unregulated markets collide. Who knows, you might even learn a thing or two about the dark side of the internet. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to not miss out on this gripping journey through one of the most notorious illegal businesses in the world, Silk Road. How the Silk Road Empire began. In the early days of the internet, a digital underground was beginning to take shape, a place where people were pushing the boundaries of what was possible, exploring the limits of what could be achieved online. This was a world that was free from the constraints of the physical world, a space where anything was possible. One of those people was Ross Ulbricht, a man from Texas who had always been interested in technology and alternative economic systems. He saw the potential of this new frontier. He was a visionary, a man who dreamed of a world where people could buy and sell whatever they wanted, without interference from governments or financial institutions. He believed that the internet could be a place where people could be truly free. In 2011, Ulbricht launched Silk Road, an underground website that quickly became the most notorious marketplace on the dark web. The site operated on the Tor network, a secure and anonymous system that allowed users to access the internet without revealing their identity or location. The Silk Road was designed to be a marketplace for goods and services that were illegal or banned in most countries, such as drugs, weapons, and stolen identities. Buyers and sellers conducted transactions using Bitcoin, a digital currency that was untraceable and largely anonymous. Despite its illegal nature, the Silk Road quickly gained a following among those who were drawn to its promise of privacy and freedom. It also attracted the attention of law enforcement agencies around the world, who saw it as a major threat to public safety. Building the business. Ross Ulbricht was a man on a mission to build Silk Road into a thriving and profitable business no matter the risks. With a team of skilled programmers by his side, he worked tirelessly to expand the site's reach and improve its functionality. Silk Road's user feedback system allowed buyers and sellers to rate each other, building trust and credibility within the community. And with a team of moderators enforcing strict rules, Silk Road became a well-oiled machine, operating with order and structure in the chaotic world of the dark web. But Ulbricht's success came with a price: paranoia. As Silk Road grew in popularity, he became increasingly obsessed with the potential for law enforcement to shut down the site and arrest him. He went to extreme lengths to protect his identity and business, using aliases and fake identities to avoid detection. Despite his efforts, Ulbricht's luck eventually ran out. The FBI identified him as the mastermind behind Silk Road and arrested him in 2013. He was charged with drug trafficking, money laundering, and even conspiracy to commit murder. Now serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole, Ulbricht's story remains a cautionary tale of ambition, determination, and the consequences of pushing boundaries in the dangerous world of the dark web. Dread Pirate Roberts. Silk Road was shrouded in mystery thanks to its founder and administrator who went by the name Dread Pirate Roberts. Some believed he was a group of people, others thought he was a high-profile criminal. But the truth was more mundane. He was just a tech-savvy guy named Ross Ulbricht. Nevertheless, his persona became an icon of the dark web's rebellious spirit, inspiring imitators who rose to power and emulated his elaborate system of conducting business anonymously using Bitcoin. As Silk Road's empire grew, so did the scrutiny from law enforcement. In 2013, the FBI arrested Ulbricht and shut down Silk Road, but that was just the beginning. Silk Road 2.0 and other darknet markets emerged, taking extra precautions to evade law enforcement. The authorities eventually caught up with them, but Silk Road's legacy lives on as the first and most notorious illegal online marketplace. Cracking the Silk Road case. The FBI was on a mission to bring down Silk Road, and they were determined to succeed. They knew that the site was run by a man who called himself the Dread Pirate Roberts, but they didn't know his real identity, so they launched an investigation to find out. The agents entered a dangerous game of cat and mouse. They knew that they were playing with fire and that a single mistake could cost them their lives. But they were determined to bring down the infamous illegal online marketplace and its enigmatic founder, Dread Pirate Roberts. Meanwhile, Dread Pirate Roberts, Ross Ulbricht, grew increasingly paranoid and even put out a hit on an employee he believed was a threat. The FBI seized servers used to run the site, uncovering evidence linking Ulbricht to Silk Road. They also found his personal journal, a treasure trove of information on his involvement and thoughts on the site. Armed with this evidence, the FBI arrested Ulbricht in a San Francisco library while he was logged into Silk Road's admin panel on his laptop. Silk Road's downfall was a turning point in the fight against illegal online marketplace. For the agents who risked their lives to bring down Dread Pirate Roberts, it was a job well done, sending shockwaves through the dark web. The Bust. After Ulbricht's arrest, the FBI continued to investigate Silk Road, leading to the capture of several key players. Shockingly, it was revealed that 2 of the agents assigned to the case were corrupt, accepting bribes from Ulbricht and even helping him stage a fake murder. The scandal tarnished the FBI's reputation but didn't overshadow its success in shutting down Silk Road. The FBI seized the site's assets, including 144,000 bitcoins, valued at $28 million at the time. The shutdown left many of Silk Road's users stranded, with no access to illegal goods. Some feared being caught by the law enforcement for their past activities on the site. The downfall of Silk Road marked a turning point in the battle against online illegal marketplaces. It showed that even the most sophisticated criminal enterprises could be brought to justice. The FBI's determination and persistence paid off, leading to a landmark case that would go down in history. Corrupt agents and hitmen. Silk Road's downfall was not free of scandal. 2 law enforcement agents who had worked on the case were found guilty of stealing millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin from the site. They even created fake identities to extort Ulbricht and offered hitman services for Bitcoin. The agents' unethical behavior sparked controversy and cast doubts on the investigation's integrity. But it did not diminish the significance of the Silk Road bust. It remains a milestone in the war against illegal activities on the dark web. The trial of Ross Ulbricht. Ross Ulbricht's trial was a nail-biting legal drama that captured the attention of the world. The prosecution accused him of being the mastermind behind Silk Road and earning millions of dollars from illegal drug sales. But Ulbricht denied being the Dread Pirate Roberts and claimed that he had created Silk Road to experiment with free markets. He argued that other individuals had taken over the site and used it for illegal activities. Despite his defense, Ulbricht was found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison without parole. His sentence was a stern message to other dark web operators that illegal activities would not go unpunished. Silk Road may be gone, but the idea of anonymous online marketplaces has only become more advanced. With sites like Alphabay and Dream Market, the cat-and-mouse game between law enforcement and the dark web continues. However, the saga of Silk Road also shows the power of technology to disrupt industries and challenge the status quo. It reminds us that one person with a laptop can change the world. Ultimately, the legacy of Silk Road lives on, whether for good or evil. It's a reminder that there will always be a demand for illegal goods and services, and that law enforcement will continue to fight against it. And while we may never agree on whether Silk Road was a force for good or evil, one thing is clear: it was a game changer. And the legacy of Silk Road, for better or for worse, lives on.